So after that, it was rough, but after several months of, just being away from everything, I got my life together to a certain extent of getting away from crystal meth. Um, I worked a couple jobs in and out, but then my brother eventually got me a job selling cars. Uh, After I was selling cars for about a year, I was doing very well, and was really happy about the way things were going. Still drinking every day, living for myself, drinking women, and maybe a little cocaine use, here and there. But pretty much I considered that it was a great improvement from the way my life was before, and thought I was pretty normal. Um, so after about a year of that, I got a job somewhere else selling cars too. And a buddy that I met there said, well, why don't we go out tonight to kind of celebrate you working here? And I said, okay. So I went to pick him up and quickly realized that it wasn't just going to be going out to a nightclub that night and drinking, that, it was going to be cocaine, which at that point I was trying to avoid hanging out with people that did drugs because I was trying not to get caught back up in that again. What ended up happening is I ended up doing coke the whole night with him. We went out and the whole night, till 5, 6 in the morning, I was still awake. I hadn't gone to sleep, and quickly transferred to going to a bar for the rest of the day. I pretty much sat there all day, drinking, trying to come off the drugs so I could go to sleep. So I drank nonstop for probably 6, 7 hours after that morning. Around 5 o'clock, I got in my car after drinking all day and still affected from the coke from the night before, and started heading home on my 30-minute drive. I got on the highway, and at that point I was starting to feel better because I had drank enough to calm myself down to be able to sleep, so I was feeling pretty good. I got on the highway and started speeding, going 70, 80 miles an hour, and out of nowhere, I don't even realize when it happened, I bounced off the center median of the highway, crossed traffic, smashed into the car next to me, and flipped it over. After the accident, I was in total shock. I had absolutely no idea what had just happened. It seemed unreal. I was, feeling great about myself. I had, nice car, money in my pocket, a nice place to stay, and instantly it all just got taken away from me. So I was arrested and processed for DUI and for the car crash, and I was released. I went home to my brother and told him what had happened, and to my surprise, he didn't yell at me or scream at me. He told me the guy was trying to get my attention. In the past, I had just blown that off and said, this is stupid. You don't have a clue about what I go through. You don't know how it feels to go what I go through with drugs and alcohol and everything, and I'm all alone, I'm by myself. You have a family, I don't have anyone. And for the first time, I thought maybe he's right. Maybe I'm not. Maybe I don't have the answer. Maybe what he's saying is true. So he said, just start seeking God. I kind of did it begrudgingly, but I said, all right, I will. So I went upstairs in my room for 2 days and started praying a prayer. Lord, soften my heart and show me. I don't understand. I don't get this. I know I'm completely in a lot of trouble. I can't do this. I need your help. I don't know how to ask for your help. I don't know what to do. Just help me. So I prayed that prayer, Lord, soften my heart and show me, for about 2 days. Tuesday morning, I walked into my brother's room, and I had to go to work that day, and I was completely distraught. I couldn't even function. And I said to him, I can't do it. I don't know what to do. And he said, just give up. You don't have to do this anymore. It's a choice. It's not a feeling. You just have to choose to give up right now and turn to Christ, ask him to save you, and it's over. And instantly it just made sense. My whole life I had made it really complicated, and it was just as simple as making a choice that I meant. And I went and sat next to him and put God in control and asked the Lord to forgive me for my wicked life. I instantly felt, I saw my life for what it was. I instantly felt terrible guilt for what I had done. And was just terribly sorry for everything I had done in my life. And I begged God to change me. I begged him to change me because I needed to be changed. I didn't need to ask, I needed to beg. And he did. He changed me. He made me different. And today I'm so much different than I was. After that, I struggled for about a month with all the things I had been doing in my life. Primarily drinking was really something that I was in love with and did not want to give up. And I did it a few times after I got saved. But God just, I realized what I was doing, and I knew it wasn't worth it anymore. And I vowed to God that I wouldn't drink anymore, and I haven't since that day. And those are things that I never had power to do before, to quit drinking. I'd promised myself so many times I'd get it under control or I'd stop. I was never able to. And for about 4 months now, I've been free of drugs and alcohol and a lot of other things too. And those are things that I only have been able to do because I accepted Christ into my heart and asked him to save me.